He's taking the piss.
Absolutely taking the piss. Captain of your club, now captain of your state, and getting better with age.
Oh.
Hello and welcome to you, Marcus.
Thanks, Daisy. Thanks, gents. Good to be joining you. Talk a bit of Origin.
Yes. How are you feeling about it? You pumped, ready to go?
I am. We caught up last week, and it was only a Zoom call, but it was probably when I first finally acknowledged that we're going to be playing.
Yep.
You know, before then, there'd been a lot of talk.
Yeah.
You know, Gaz has obviously been pumping it, you know, a lot as our sort of, I guess, unofficial ambassador, and you know, that's been great to hear from him over the journey and years. And so, anyway, we've been, working through it, and finally we get to, talk to it.
Does it come at a nice time of year to play? In terms of where your pre-season's at and what everyone else is doing around the competition as well?
Oh, I think it's been, you know, perfect, to be fair, because everyone's about to start playing games anyhow. So no one's really too concerned about the fact that, you're playing a game out of school or at a time of the year. Like, you know, I know we've talked there's been talk over the years about trying to play in the middle of the year when it, you know, like some other leagues have done. But I think now's right. No footy's been played yet, so the appetite's strong and hot for it. And so I ultimately think it's probably for right now and where it's at, it's probably the perfect time.
They've got an appetite over there. It's going to be sold out. They love their footy, WA, so it'll be on. It'll be on like Donkey Kong, I reckon.
That's the plan. Like, I've got no, you know, in my head, it's a game of football. So you should be ready to play and ready to win. And I think that's what most of the boys that I've spoken to are prepared to do. And we, you know, playing in it, you sort of feel the privilege that don't bugger it up, you know, for the rest of the comp, you know, because at this stage it's only Victoria and WA. Hopefully there's scope in the future for a few of the other states to get in on it. And as much as that's not pressure, but don't waste an opportunity to make it, you know, or restart it, I guess, per se. Yeah.
Was there any conversations with the coach about yourself playing? You look through the side, Sam Darcy there, Ed Richards as well.
As in Bevo, our coach?
Is in Bevo.
He hasn't. The only vibe I've gotten from him, and this is true to probably Bevo's character and temperament, he's pumped for us. Like, he genuinely has probably his own strong emotions about state of origin, and there was zero conversation about not playing. It was all about, mate, if that opportunity comes up, you've got to play, you know, because you don't know when the next one might come. Hopefully it's a year-on-year thing or it's a regular occurrence, but he's basically made an announcement every meeting after a player's been picked and said it's just an absolute privilege to pull on your jumper and be part of this game. So all of us in especially at footy clubs, will be hoping and praying no one gets injured and no one gets hurt, but like I said before, there's games being played anyway. You could just as easily, you know, hopefully no one does, and touch wood, I and my teammates don't. We got all, you know, there's about 6 of us playing, and that's you know, not most of our team, but it's pretty damn close.
Now look at the midfield here, Days. Pick me the midfield, please.
Right.
Out of Anderson,
Yes.
Noah, Dacos, McCluggage, Merritt,
Yes.
Bailey Smith, Butters, Rao, Sarong, Richards, and him.
Well, Marcus just walks in and says, who wants a front row seat?
Hey, how are you going to get a midfield?
Who wants to come and have a look? Nick, you can come stand here for a hot minute.
10 or 11 there, Bont.
I'll tell you what, you can be saying Eddie Richards.
Yeah.
Enjoy half forward, Colin.
Well, he can go to half back as well. He can play anywhere, you know.
Yeah, that's
Ed,
right.
But yeah, I'm obviously not going to be picking the team. Hopefully I'll get a small say, but
Well, there's not too many forwards there, so you could be there down there alongside Sam.
I'm going to get pushed, aren't I? Because I can play another position.
Correct.
You know?
The rest of them would go, this is all I do.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, you know, obviously there's a number on the, you know, bench. I think we got about 7 on the bench too. So I think it's going to be, you know, maybe like the Collingwood, you know, back in 2010.
You
had about 2-minute spells, didn't you?
That was it. Yeah, on and off.
So who knows? That might be the way the game's played, especially with our midfield being about 12 deep. So that might be a tactic.
Is there anybody you look forward to playing alongside?
Yes.
Oh, there's probably a number of guys. I was looking forward to playing with Jeremy. I thought that would have been great, Jeremy Cameron, but he's since pulled out. So unfortunately, he won't play. I mean, Max Gawn, you know, we've had some good battles over the years. Always found it really tough to stop Maxie. And it'll be interesting now that Tim's on the opposition team as one of their ruckmen. And now I've got Max. And after, you know, obviously Max and Luke Jackson had their way with us in 2021 to see, you know, what that experience is like. But, you know, Tim on the other team now, I'm all right, I've got a bit of inside info on where he likes to hit the ball. And so that might come into our favour a touch. But and then probably of the young players, you know, Zach Butters, I love his tenacity. He reminds me of liver in a bunch of different ways, like just absolute dog-hungry competitors that just want to win. And he, funnily enough, he's already sent me a video when I little story for us if you're happy to listen. When the captaincy was announced, I sort of sent a message in saying, "Thanks, boys. You know, there's probably about 5 captains in this team, and any one of us could have probably done it." But I said, feel free to give any of your teammates that are playing for Western Australia a taste, you know, over the next few weeks to let them know what's coming. And on one of the training sessions, I think he's flattened Georgiades.
Yes.
And and it was a good one too. Like, and that's what Zach's like, looks like a little, you know, wrecking ball almost. And he messaged me, he said, "Mate, I've already put in some early work for us," which I just love.
Well done, Zachy, yeah.
So it'd be great to have a run around with him and Nick and you know, Matty Rao, these young guys.
Matty Rao,
yeah, like, you know, 3 guys you just can't believe they're all going to play in one midfield. So
he'll eat the grass again, won't he?
I think it's a bit of a ritual for him, isn't it? Like, I think
you should do it, Bont. Try it.
You reckon?
Go out with him. And
Maybe don't.
He's going all right without eating.
Well, maybe I have to start. You know, everyone gets like the twilight of their career. They've got to find something weird to do to keep them going.
Will there be, and you sort of joke about Max and how he was able to take your side apart at times, and your coach has spoken about being better in the midfield. Will there be some picking of minds from an actual club point of view, trying to get some little insights, or I'm looking far too deep into it, you're just going to go and have a good time?
Probably a little bit. Like, even when you think about the coaches.
You're in the war room.
Yeah.
With Kingy,
You never know. You can just pick 1 or 2 things.
Yeah.
And I'd be with Corn. That's a different story.
Well, you got obviously Chris Scott's coaching, you know, Sammy Mitchell, Sean Grigg. Like, I was probably more interested to see how they were going to set up the team from a tactical perspective. And obviously this is not a normal team. You know, you don't have, you know, there's the same amount of players available, and even structurally, because we've got so much midfield action, it might play a bit differently to how, you know, the WA, you know, team might play with their quick sort of forwards and other aspects. So it was probably a bit more intriguing to see how they would, you know, structure the field up and play players where, and that's probably the only thing. And then I think when it comes to the individual stuff is, for sure, you'll be there at training, talking to each other about different things, and that's the opportunity for things to probably cross over and connect on a one-on-one level.
It's going to be exciting. It's this weekend.
Huge.
We can't wait for that. We are done
Valentine's Day.
Tines.
Yeah, Valentine's.
Yes.
Is that all right? You get the tick off?
Well, we can touch on this next. Don't go anywhere, because you are freshly married, so it is very important still.
The captain of the Big V, who take on Western Australia this Saturday night, 7 p.m. You can see it on the screens at 7 and hear it right here on Triple M Days.
Yes, make sure you're tuning in wherever you are. It's going to be awesome. Congratulations, are freshly married in the off-season.
Yep.
Well done to you.
Thanks, mate. Yep, made it all the way down the aisle, which was good. There was actually a bunch of weddings, to be fair, from probably mine forward. So I'm probably the last, you know, of the current bunch, or the most long ago. So it was great to see a few others tie the knot, and maybe a couple more to come.
Destination wedding, Bill?
Yes, it was over in OC, Orange County in California. I just had to read that.
Just the OC, not OC.
Yes. And Neela?
Neela.
Neela.
Yes, that's her.
Canadian.
She is.
Where did we meet, Bont?
We met, so this was
at the Footscray Hotel?
It wasn't quite, no. A bit more fancy than that.
Electric.
Not quite. Yeah, not quite. We met over in Perth, funnily enough. We were talking about the 21 grand final. It was a bit of a silver lining after the loss, as I was a bit down and out on myself, and probably others. But and so anyway, we met there. You know, in the time following the grand final, and after I was pretty busted up and broken, she put me back together, which was great, mate. So
good. And the biggest hit of all at the wedding, I hear later in the night when the In-N-Out burgers come up.
Yeah, did you hear about that?
I
did
did,
you? Yeah,
yes.
that was I mean, it is big in LA. That's sort of a customary experience you do over there, either on your way in or often on the way out. So, yeah, just for that sort of 10 o'clock, 10:30, where everyone gets a bit hungry, you know, been dancing and you burn a bit of energy. Yeah, how many?
210 In-N-Out burgers, exactly.
Yeah, is that how?
And Bevo had a cap on.
Didn't you know all this?
Bevo was walking around with a cap on.
Yeah, so with the In-N-Out burgers, they brought you the little hats that they wear. So it was funny, you know, everyone was throwing them on, you know, on the dance floor, and Bevo threw one on, and he had his... there's a photo of him from the wedding that Cody Waitman posted, I think, which I'm not sure Bevo was that rapid, but he loves Cody, so Cody can do no wrong. With his, you know, his sunnies on and his pearly whites, and it just, you know, it was nice to see him be able to, let his hair
Loosen
down.
up.
And have a good time. And I loved having him and Dana there. So it was awesome.
That wasn't him.
The viral footage of some bloke that looks like Bevo aggressively fist pumping and
The
shaking
DJ.
his head.
I think the thing about it is that everyone thinks maybe it could have been.
Yeah,
And that's,
for anyone that knows Bevo, me included,
Yeah.
you could see, and it's
that's
a
all
similar
that matters because
motion.
he loves that. He does love his music,
Yeah.
and he's been to a few concerts of late. He keeps telling us. So, probably not in Melbourne, but I reckon somewhere else it could have been him.
Just one more before you ask about the dogs.
No, I want to ask about the Bucks in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, the Bucks in Vegas.
Yeah,
How many?
30.
30.
Yeah, I think the club was nervous. I'll be honest. The football club, they were not, holding their breath. I think for that 3 days.
They send someone with you? Doug Hawkins?
Yeah, no, we didn't have it. We didn't have it. We did dancing. No chaperones. No, I think they
Responsible.
figured. I think that's what they
Yeah,
figured.
skip
But
over.
I was well enough behaved. But we got through unscathed, which was great.
Now, you're the captain of the dogs. I
Mm-hmm.
find this very ironic. Who sings that?
Alanis Morissette.
Great
Yes.
song.
Yep.
But you have been fined over summer for having an unregistered dog. If I
That
use
was
word, unregistered dog.
Unregistered. Am I answer? What dog are you talking about?
Is this true?
It is true.
It's true. You're the captain of the dogs.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, you know what happens. You don't open your mailbox for a few months, and then all of a sudden you've gone from not paying it to paying it
Yes.
late, then getting fined for it, and then had a busy off season.
Mate, I get
and
it. You've been married.
It's
It was a
just,
$22 fine,
Yeah.
oh no, it wasn't $22,
wasn't it?
Oh well, not now.
But it was originally. And then it
What
ended
type
up.
of dog is it?
She's a Kelpie,
Oh,
beautiful dog,
jeez.
great
Yeah.
dog. It's all her fault.
Yeah, exactly. But it's all good
Blame this
now.
dog. There's no dog. I don't know. I'm kidding. No,
Oh,
it's all
oh,
good.
geez.
What dog?
Yeah, that's that's
Yeah, that's
I don't know what
it.
dog they're
Smart.
talking about, but anyway, all
All good.
sorted.
Good.
But I did get bailed up about it in the airport in the sunny coast, which caught me off guard a little bit. So slow news week.
No, you're just
when you
big
get
news
off the
wherever you
plane
go.
and that's the how's
That's
your
the
dog?
first
I honestly had no. I could not.
Was-
I forgot that it had happened.
Was that post Vegas? Because there would have been some stuff running through. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
The dog, yeah, bloody hell.
well,
Yeah, fine, you betcha.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. No, I managed to sort of work my way around it.
Good.
But anyway, we're all sorted.
From your footy club point of view, how's the pre-season been? We've just seen today there's been a big write-up in the Herald Sun about a big trip to Noosa and going to
Yep.
find the trees. And
Trees.
Yes. Yeah.
bloody acronyms and
Yeah,
words on
well,
trees.
Acronyms.
It's great we can talk about it, to be fair. Obviously, Bevo has had a sit-down, I think, with maybe Jay Clark. who
Yeah, he
runs
is.
it.
Jay-Z.
So he was up there
Everyone's
for a
own.
couple of days, which was great. Gave him a bit of an insight to probably how Bevo ticks a little bit, which is a bit different.
Yep.
Bit of a different
But
clock.
good.
Yeah, but great. And so it's awesome to be able to talk about it because normally we wouldn't. It's normally what we'd find and what we'd come up with. You always feel like you got to protect that sort of stuff, and as soon as maybe it moves into the public domain, and all of a sudden just maybe loses a bit of meaning. So I think it's good. In a way, it's sort of putting more of our intentions, down, and being able to say this is sort of how we want to start the year, and under that backdrop, the tooth and nail sort of attitude of
Mantra.
yeah, a little bit,
Yeah,
and that's what Bevo's always been big on. But it'll only mean something if we make it mean something, and turn it into something. So it was great. It was a great week away.
So this was an 11-kilometre adventure trek
yeah
to find 9 trees that each contained hidden clues, which was a letter.
Word. It was a
Sorry,
word.
the word that came from, So it was a
Yes.
letter on a tree that made a word?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was a full word, and then we took a letter, the first letter from each of those words,
Gotcha.
which then formed the tooth and nail, acronym.
Yes, there you
Acronym.
go.
Which means they're going to have more snail.
Yeah,
That's what I
is
read.
that
You're
it?
going to be tougher.
Okay.
Did you say,
Next year.
Did you say snail?
Snail?
Snail. Snail.
Snail.
Yeah,
Right.
not
Yeah,
snail.
okay,
Snail.
right. Yeah, okay. That
I
makes
thought
more
snail.
sense.
Yeah, slow.
Did Sam has Sam Darcy
Sort of
kicked
just-
14 goals in 1.5 practice games?
He probably has. I stopped counting.
Has he
after
just been
6.
on fire?
Yeah, he has been. Like, you got to understand, there's no matchup for Sam Darcy at this point.
No.
Like,
Not in the
some,
comp.
there's some players that make it really difficult for him across the league, and that's been, in his first couple of seasons. But there's probably a few out there that are probably still developing like Sam was, that are that tall and can meet him at the highest point.
Yep.
So, I know our guys have found it tough. It's been great for, Lobby and others to get a look at what's a really good building young player. He's already obviously doing great things. It's not like he's a kid who hasn't probably shown he can play. But he's been sensational, and he's got that bit of mongrel in him that you love to see in key forwards.
He really has.
Yep.
The other one that's getting a lot of praise is Joel Frazier. Mini Bont is what Bevo's touted him. Now, we've seen a little bit of it, but apparently the progress he's made throughout this preseason, game knowledge, body, the way he's doing everything has been massive.
Yeah, my word. I hate it when other players have to get, called different versions of me or
But also,
or any other
from his
players.
point of view, what a great thing to have said. But if you're looking at him and going,
he's got
it fits, it's probably a nice clap too.
Oh, he's got a bit to do. That's what he thinks.
No, it's not.
Disrespectful.
Maybe a little. But he's a bit of a different makeup to me. Like, he's got a probably greater ability to cover the ground. Like, I can, chug around the ground a little bit, but he can really motor. So I think we'll see a bunch of different things for him. The inside stuff, which he's become a lot better at, but his ability to almost get from sort of back 50 to forward 50, you'll probably start to see those things where he is involved in a chain at the back 50 and all of a sudden he's finishing a goal. Like the Sydney game where he just tore that one apart and pretty much won us the game. That was my milestone game. That's why I remember it. But it was also his, one of his best games, and then where everyone went, geez, this guy's pretty good. So been going great and will be a great play for us this year, yeah.
So the one knock, I guess, last year on you as a side is when you came up against the best, you just weren't quite there.
Yep.
And it feels like, again, Bevo's addressed that. He's openly put it out there. We need to be better at drop of ball stuff. We need to be better behind the footy.
Yes.
And our tackling numbers have come down. We've worked on it all preseason.
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like hell, because that means day one you're rocking up and you're doing tackling drills and there's going to be a lot of physicality. Yes. Has it been a lot different in that regard to other preseasons you've been a part of?
It has been. We definitely put more emphasis on it. Brought in an external fellow, I think, who's done a few clubs, Jack Viney's younger brother.
The jiu-jitsu man.
Yes, yeah. So I think a few have done that, so we might all be able to work out each other's moves pretty quickly when you start to
figure four leg lock and a free kick against.
That's right. You might see a few submissions now, and just give the ball up, because we're all doing ankle locks, But that's been great.
Has that helped? Like, because you're always looking for an edge. You're coming into your 13th season, for yourself, and then teaching others.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Like, for us, we want to be better at applying pressure, tackling, sticking tackles. To probably be able to support our defence. That's one thing when it sort of felt like we were okay. Sometimes it's slowing the ball down, but once it did get through, it got all the way through, and that's what we're probably trying to work on is making those scenarios, as you mentioned and as Bevo's spoken to, is being able to deal with them a bit better, and hopefully the pressure is better and increases, and then our ability to defend the ground as a whole improves. Because I do believe we don't have a massive, and this scoreboard suggests that. We lost to those teams, too often and regularly, and only beat the Giants in the end twice. The other teams we were never really too far away from. We just couldn't get them in the end. So I'm very optimistic.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. We cannot wait to see you for the Western Bulldogs, but the state of origin. Anytime you have a skipper of the club, but to skipper your state, we wish you all the very best. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, gents. Loved it.